So
Don Lemon.
I want to get into Fani Willis update. So Fani Willis is ordered to pay $54,000 for violating the Open Records Act, and of course, she will not be paying it. That would be the taxpayers. So
No, somebody needs to file an injunction, which they can do, and demand that she pay it since it's personal to her, not her office. So she doesn't get out of it easy. See, if that has been the case, there's no deterrent factor because the perpetrator doesn't get stuck with any penalty at all. They're getting their salary for defending or prosecuting, and it doesn't hurt them when they violate. This penalty should be toward the perpetrator, not to the office. So somebody needs to say, you bet not touch a dime. That would be misappropriation of public funds, and that's criminal.
Right. Because the taxpayer should not be on the hook to pay her legal fees for her because she's the one who broke the law. So the district attorney Fani Willis office must fork over $54,000 in legal fees after a Georgia judge found it was openly hostile to a lawyer in a Trump election interference case. Criminal defense lawyer Ashley Merchant, who represents Trump co-defendant Mike Roman and blew the whistle on Willis' affair with her lead prosecutor in the case, won the judgment against Fani Willis' office in Fulton County. Now, this is the second open record violation case that Fani Willis' office lost because she was ordered to pay $22,000 back in January. So Merchant claimed in her lawsuit that the office stonewalled her request for records the public has a right to access. So it says, why it matters. The Georgia Senate Special Committee on Investigations, chaired by Republican Bill Cozart, was created in, maybe I'm reading something different here. So now Fani Willis is saying she will release documents on the Trump case to the Georgia Republicans because that was a lawsuit of the open records that she lost. But at the same time, she is under investigation with the Georgia Senate Committee. And what they want, because she ignored the subpoenas twice, they want her to come up and testify and to fork over the Trump case documents. And now she's saying she's willing to give it to them.
Yeah, somebody told her about the law that she's supposed to be in charge of enforcing.
So why it matters. The Georgia Senate Special Committee on Investigation, chaired by Bill Cozart, was created in 2024 to look into Willis' alleged misconduct during her investigation in the 2020 presidential election. Willis has previously resisted the committee's effort to subpoena documents and testimony.
Somebody advised her that, look, one of the things that state legislative committee can do is have the sergeant at arms for the state Senate physically arrest her and bring her in custody before them. That's one of the three remedies. The other one is go through circuit court, which has been partially done. And the third one is to employ sanctions against Fulton County by withholding money until there's a compliance. So somebody said, hey, they can go cuff you up.
So the last time we talked about it, was talking about another judge, Shakura L. Ingram, in her order last month. She's quoted saying, if every time a subpoena is issued by a special committee, a recipient can simply litigate its validity enforcement until the General Assembly reconstitutes, and then they have to start over. This would be an absurd result indeed. So Counsel of Willis asks Ingram to enter the next order as a final order of final judgment, signifying that the case could be coming to a close. But Wednesday's filing said that both sides have conferred and agreed that the documents the committee seeks do not fall within attorney, client, work product, or other privileged communications, which would be exempt from disclosure.
Hell no, they don't. They involve the expenditure of tax dollars allocated by the Senate and the House on the state level. So they're certainly entitled to see what happened to it.
Right. So
To the dollars, them.
So here's the thing. Will we see Fani Willis in front of the Georgia committee?
Yeah, like I said, if they subpoena her and she ignores it, they can have the sergeant at arms physically arrest her and bring her forth. She can take the Fifth Amendment when she gets there, but otherwise she's got to testify and provide the documents. And the documents, since they're subject to the Open Records Act, she can't claim any proprietary interest in them. And they can be redacted if they deal with any ongoing criminal investigation, which they do not.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a dodge for the ignorant public to go, oh, they're picking on the sister. No, they're not. She's sitting there exploiting you, and your tax dollars went into the mix. And she and Mr. Wade allegedly were engaged in a scheme to fleece the taxpayers for millions of dollars in fees that would have been split without detection had she not foolishly taken herself up there and testified.
So back in January, again, she was ordered to pay $22,000 in legal fees to a conservative watchdog after a Georgia court found that she flatly ignored open records requests submitted by the organization. The group Judicial Watch submitted an Open Records Act ORA request to Fulton County in August of 2023, seeking communications Willis had with special counsel Jack Smith and the House panel investigating January 6, 2021 riot in the U.S. Capitol. So a total of $76,000 that taxpayers have to pay as far as paying back legal fees to these.
And she's got a bigger problem. When the client consists of the people, or the clients of the DA's office consist of the people of the state, then the attorney, meaning the attorney general, her, has a duty to confer with the people. And when the people demand documents relative to their representation, then she can't claim the fifth on them. They go over, and I think she's going to be winding up in front of a grand jury someplace, federal and or state. And I think she's going to be removed from office.
Yeah. So,
and she might even get some jail time or suspended sentence with the state, but the feds, I think, probably will have her on somebody's military or air base doing light time, but still under restriction. And they might do it under Homeland Security, which would be interesting. So that's what they did to Diddy and some other folks so that they could be kept incommunicado, which would be cute.